I remember many times, low key. I know my dad is hearing it for the first time, but I was one that bridged many things in the house when the power of the house went off.
Are you serious?
I would just bridge it. I would just low key. When I would just do it, the house would just do boom.
Hi, viewers, and it's your favorite girl, Kachi Celestine. And yes, welcome to my story with Kachi, powered by Rhythm Africa. And yes, I have an amazing guest on the show today, one and only CEO of Diggy Hub, Mr. Good News Guabs. Hi, how you doing, Good News?
I'm good.
How you doing? Thank you for coming.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, so can you kindly tell us about yourself?
Okay. You know that moment when they say tell us about yourself and all of a sudden you don't know who you are anymore. So okay. I'm Good News Eguabor. And yes, that's my name. I'm a tech entrepreneur.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a co-founder to a tech startup. I'm a musician. Yeah. I have a music brand called Maestro Life Sounds.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. I'm one of the youth pastors too in Church of God Mission Miracle Center.
Wow.
What else? Yeah, so my life just borders around three things: ministry, music, tech.
Okay. So that's really great. That's a lot. So can you kindly share a story about your childhood?
Okay, growing up, yeah, I think it's I like to share it because it might also help parenting, because I think one of the way I grew up is very ideal, and it's a model I would want to duplicate for raising kids.
Okay.
So growing up, my parents were very emphatic about certain things, and things like reading, right? So we grew up in a very local suburb of Lagos, Ilasamaja. And so it was a very local area. But one thing about that area is my mom or my parents never allowed us mix with the people of that area because of how they were turning out. So my mom also was a teacher, so she was very emphatic about also not mixing with the people of that vicinity. How? By expanding our minds through reading. So by reading, we just knew that, when you read a lot, you just know that there's some things you're not experiencing yet that you need to experience. So we just knew that there was more to life than what we had around there.
Okay.
So, like today when parents just want to give children screens to just and so children they don't know what books are again, they don't know what spellings are, they don't know anything. So we read, and they also made us very, very strong with scriptures.
Okay.
Right? They made us love spiritual things. So I think that's also a very important thing for parents. So we're always going for competitions. When you say quizzes, any Bible quiz, we're winning it. Me, my elder sister, and my younger sister too, saw drills. You'll see us there. Anytime we go to competitions, people just need that hair. The main people have come. Anytime we enter different churches. So it was something, even as little as we're going for outreaches, door-to-door evangelism. We're going for Bible classes.
At what age?
As little as 4.
Wow.
4, 3. We also had a teacher, so shout out to her. We call her Auntie Jiru. She was Auntie Jiru Bezi. She was very emphatic about us doing all these things as children.
Okay.
Right, because it was really important. So then they had what we call survival of the fittest, where you keep on quoting Bible verses till you're tired. Then till you had the last man standing. We had Bible quizzes. So they just made sure they trained us in that part. So, and there was also the part where my mom was also emphatic about training us in our skills. So they always knew I liked anything tech, anything. Let me just say tech, because, but I remember then when I was really little, my dad would take me to some offices. I'll be seeing how they were using computers. I was very little. Then computer was not even there. I'm talking before 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, before year 2000. So I was seeing how I was then my mom also had I think I was age 9 then. So she had a business center, she opened it, put me in charge. So then, as little as I was doing typings, I was doing photocopyings, I was doing then when phone calls, that MTN booster, whatever, when it first came out in 2001. So we're just doing all of that business, making sure that we're really into all those computer things, hands-on. I remember then when my teacher told me, he brought out a hard drive from his system and said, if you can tell me what this is, I'll dash you 1,000 naira. Then, so so I didn't know it, but I just developed interest in things like that. So then, even my mom would just leave us to be playing the games on the system, Dangerous Dave, Mario, Conan the Barbarian, all those things. So we're just using the systems. Then we're typing later. I was now getting introduced to OS, operating systems. Then I'm still talking of 2001, Windows 98, Windows 2000, things like that. So the way she was very intentional about that to make sure that, I was following this line. I also liked fixing things. So if something was spoiled in the house,
just
wires, yes, I remember many times, low key, I know my dad is hearing for the first time, but I was on that bridged many things in the house when the power of the house went off.
Are you serious?
I'll just bridge it, I'll just low key. When I'll just do it, the house will just do boom.
Why did you do that?
Experiment now. I like to experiment with things.
After that, you did not confess.
No.
Your daddy will see this one online.
We'll do a little compensation now.
I get.
So that was it. So growing up was really fun. And why I say this is that parents too should be very intentional about how they grow their children, especially once they see that they are within a certain track. Then I used to draw.
Okay.
I had art skills, but then people were now saying, there's no money in art, there's no money in art. So I used to draw comics, sell them,
For how much?
Then just give me 10 naira, I'm okay.
Are you serious?
Yes, I was drawing for people. People just told me, write a story for us, just write the comic. So I would just create characters to sell it to them. So I think it was even like a renting. So I would give some 10 naira, they would return it back, then go to another school, give them 10 naira.
But why didn't you take it serious? Do you feel like probably you won't make anything out of it?
Yes, at a point in my life, everybody was now telling me that money was the main thing. So I was now trying to channel skill into, what will give me more money? But not knowing that, any skill is sellable depending on how well you position yourself and the market and all of that. Just later I was now seeing that art pays. So if I was still probably drawing, I'll be very good at it.
Yes.
So I remember then also in the aspect of music, I was beating everything in the house, like drums. I was playing everything in the house. Then I realized I had an ear for music. I can remember songs easily. I could remember beats easily. So I remember then when I was also 9, 9, they were like, there was no drummer in the church. The 2 drummers, the good guys, they left. So they were not like they had a drummer loophole. Should they bring a drummer? I just came and said, I think I can do it.
You can drum.
I think I can. So they were like, are you sure? I said, I think I can. So they tried me out in a women's meeting. So I was even surprised at how I played well because I'd never played before. I've never played a real drum set.
That was like your first time.
My first time to ever play drums. So I just went there. I was like, it's the same way I still kind of drove to. So I was like, I think I can do it. If I do like this, do like this, do like this. Because then all I had in the house were drums I made by myself. When I'll cut umbrella
and just create
and just put it on a Milo tin, wrap it with rubber band.
You did a lot too.
Yeah, that's how we had our drum set then. So I just knew that it's just to be adding the leg. So when I knew I was going to play at the women's program, I was just practicing with just normal and those things. So when I played that day, I saw that everywhere they danced a lot because I'd memorized beat patterns from the former drummer. There was a beat he used to play that if he plays that beat, church used to scatter.
Okay, so back then, which church?
Church of God Mission. I was born in Church of God Mission.
Are you serious? Like from Lagos?
From Lagos. I was born in Church of God Mission, Lagos.
Okay, so now moving back to where you were growing up. Now, the part where your mom were not allowing you guys to mix up with people like kids in the street and also, how did you guys cope having friends? Was it just in school or?
Yes, because we attended a school called Living Spring. So Living Spring had children from, the area was kind of divided, right? We had a very poor part and we had a rich part, area Carry Estates.
Okay.
children from that side. So
Okay.
some of them used to come to the school. So we mixed, we had friends. I remember then I had some rich kid friends, Bamidele, if I can remember, Bamidele, Bukunwe, those days. I'm sure they're not even in the country now. Because I remember they left the country as at then when we were little, but we were still the not so wealthy ones, but by association, we're just trying to get a little exposure, and we read a lot, so we're smart kids.
Okay, so but did that affect you and your siblings while growing up? Did that affect you guys like mentally? I've seen some or heard some kids whereby they'll tell you, "Oh, my parents are so overprotective. We can't go out. We can't mingle with kids around." In my time too, it was like that. I didn't really mingle with street kids because of the local environment, but my parents were not so overprotective. So there's some children, they will tell you, "Oh, my parents are so overprotective. I can't mingle with kids around. And sometimes it messes with them mentally. Like they feel like they don't have friends. They don't know people. They don't know things. In your case, you guys were reading. You guys were smart. You people were trying to learn things from home. But did that affect you guys not going outside to play or not going to play ball or see kids around, or maybe they'll come to your house and knock and say, "Will you come and play with me?" Or maybe just to stroll around the area, like the vicinity. Did that affect you guys mentally in any way, or you guys were okay?
No, we were actually very okay because I think we had kids too, like around the house. We stayed in literal face my face you, right?
Okay.
But depending, my parents were very selective. The
Okay.
kinds of kids. So there are some, if you are friends with them, they will beat you. That they don't want to see that person around you again. But there were still some that they were just indifferent. So it was not really about whether they were rich or whether they were poor, whether anything. Well, they just allowed children be children, just be friends with them. We even had a friend in the compound that my mom now kind of adopted as her son.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she got him saved, and now he's a pastor. He has been a pastor in Church.
Why did your mom adopt him?
Well, I think I think his mom saw how his relationship with my mom helped him to become a better person. So she kind of just took him and said, "Okay, from now, this boy is now your son."
And the boy started living with you
No,
people?
he didn't live with us. When I mean adopted, like he calls my mom.
Mom, and she just
Yes.
Okay.
So we take him as our brother.
Till now?
Yes, till now it's Pastor Tosin. That's
okay.
So that's how it is.
Okay, so that's amazing. So your school days from secondary school, how was it like till you got to the uni? Because you're already doing a lot from your childhood stage. You're already knowing little about music, about computers, that's tech. You're already trying to learn, to practice, even in church. Was your dad a pastor back then?
Well, it was my mom that was a pastor. My dad was an elder.
Okay, in church. The same Church of God mission. Yeah. Okay, wow. So how was it like from your secondary school days out to your uni?
Oh yes, there are some details of my secondary school that I don't know. It was just really rough. Why? Because we're waiting for government school to give us admission. That's how it was then.
Your primary school, was it private?
Yes, private, but we were waiting for the government school to give us admission. So while we waited, we now had to enroll in a private school.
Okay.
Right. So did that for a few years. Then we had to move to another area and then waited again for long. So the education was paused at different points, then continued later because we were also waiting for another school. My mom was just very insistent on us going to a government secondary school for whatever reason.
Why?
They think government secondary schools then, they taught well. They just felt you will be stronger, you do well. Just like how people want to go to federal government college, GCI, big government secondary schools like that. And those schools, I think they use the same process of having to you enroll. It's not like you can't just go there and just start. You have to apply.
Okay.
Then wait for your admission list.
But I don't think they do that. Did they do that now?
They still do it now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think they should.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you have to wait for your admission list if your name. So parents were fighting to have their children in those schools. So that it was those schools my parents wanted to school to.
Okay, so but did that affect you? Why waiting?
Yes, it actually did. It actually did because it was really difficult to come back and be flowing with the same with the knowledge.
Yeah.
So we had to do a lot of personal readings. I remember then I would always take books and be reading at home. So it was kind of partial half homeschooling.
Okay.
And half of normal school, all throughout the waiting period for the admission. So at a point, we just had to be like, oh, let's just enroll at a normal secondary school for the higher parts, for SS1 to
SS3. Okay, so like how many years did that take you?
Well, I think that took about 7 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is it for only your other siblings?
No, my elder sister attended the normal. She
Okay.
just got admission into the government.
Oh, so you're the one that passed through that phase?
Yes, myself and my younger sister.
Okay. So
then, I think for the whole of 2006, we had some major health issues. So we couldn't even school that year.
What kind of health issues?
I don't know. They said it was change of weather, but we were majorly in the hospital. We were so much in the hospital that the hospital called us customer.
Why do you guys relocated?
Yes, we changed. We went to a new area.
The same, like what's the name?
It was a different area entirely. Okay, from Ilasa, which was very deep in Lagos.
Yeah.
One part of Lagos. We now went closer to Ogun State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when we moved to that area, we just fell ill, and it was like that for a whole year.
Are you serious? Yes, there was no name to the...
No, it was normal. They were always saying it was normal, malaria, typhoid, and all that. So we were doing basic treatments until at the end, we had to go and properly get tested on all aspects, even down to HIV.
Oh, wow.
They had to test us like that. So it was in a government hospital. I think that's really Agege government hospital. So that's where they now settled down and treated us properly. Before we were just trying different privates and we just do their basic things. So that was it.
That period, how did your mom feel like?
It was terrible. It was terrible. We were in and out of the hospital. Then, of course, as a pastor, prayer non-stop.
Yeah.
So, but for us, it was terrible. At a point, we were tired. We were just tired. So we just
tired in what way? You wanted to?
We were just tired of being sick every time.
Being sick, okay.
So before you play out, before you lift yourself, the next day you are sick.
You're already sick.
So they were stopping us from many things. We could not play, we could not school, we could not do many things. So it was really terrible that year.
So after that, what happened next? Because at some point it was also affecting the school.
Yes, affected our education. Affected our education a lot. Okay,
so were you guys now able to go to?
Yes, that's when we now decided to enroll in a proper school, and thank God the health now got better.
Okay.
So that's from there we just fired down.
So how was your secondary school? Like how was your life back then?
Okay, the thing is, in the private schools we always went to, thankfully we were kind of always in leadership positions. That's another thing. I've always been in leadership position. Primary school I was head boy. Secondary school I was head boy. I was head boy in 2 different schools I went to.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 different schools I went to. So from I was head boy from SS2 into SS3. Right. So that was it. So it was more like leadership. I think my secondary school was not much about the education as much as the leadership training.
Okay.
Yeah, leadership training, because I think one of the biggest take home I would say for my junior secondary school was my music training, because I took my music class really seriously.
From
my junior secondary school.
Okay.
So I took my music class very, very seriously, because I was my music teacher was not a kind person like that. So he was very strict, and I liked music, so I had to now take it seriously. So I was always about the theories in music, all of that. So later I now saw that it was easier. I could play the recorder very well, and all of that. I could play the drums very well. So I was also a singer.
So, wow, you sing for us before you go.
No.
See, there's no drum now. You do one thing.
So that was it. So I think that was the take home from the junior secondary school. And from the senior secondary school, there were always projects that we had to be doing from time to time. You know, leadership, organize this event, lead this, lead that, do all of that. So I think that's why I got the bulk of my leadership training, as well as church too. I was also a leader in church in various capacities. So
okay, so you were just active everywhere.
So it was not really about the education like that, because really, I am not so big on education that is just talk.
Okay.
A school system is great, but I think there are people like me. I believe there should be people like me that like being shown as we are learning. Like we like, as we are learning, we need to be putting our hands to something. So it was just, normal school was just boring to me. Same with university. It was just really boring, because I was like, I want to be doing something. I want to be seeing the results of what I'm doing.
But at some point, did you guys complain? Maybe to your mom, to your dad?
No. You can't. How do you complain?
Okay, you just kept it to yourself. You just kept it to yourself.
You pay school fees now.
Okay.
So, but then, while we were still doing that, I was trying to learn. Like when I was in science class, and I was really interested in science. I wanted to know the practicality to science. When we talk about electricity, how does it work? Like, let me be seeing it. How are normal electric motors, how are they formed? How is electricity conducted, right? Knowing voltages of different things, knowing how it's conducted across a transformer, just getting to know those things. I liked physics.
But were you able to learn all of that?
Yes, I now had to. That's why when I finished secondary school, I first now went to CHS. It was CHS Computer Institute, because then I now wanted to do practical hands-on on some things in computer. Then I also went to enroll with in a gadget fixing shop.
You did all of this before entering university?
Yes.
Why?
Because I wanted to do it.
What did your parents say about it? Were they okay with that decision?
Yes, my mom was big on it. They knew that was very important. My parents knew the importance of a child having a hands-on skill.
Yeah.
And I was big on using my hands to do something. I was big on knowing something that would give me money. And then I think it was giving me money in bits, because people will bring stuff. Can you fix this for me? I'll fix it. I'll collect money. People would just come to the house. I want to see good news.
Yeah.
I want him to fix something for me, and they'll bring it. I'll fix it. I'll collect money.
That's good though. That's really amazing. Okay, so after then, like, for how long did you do that? Was it like for a year before you now?
2 years.
Okay, 2 years,
2 years
before.
Yes. Before I know, in that period I was applying. Okay, the first time I applied to Uniben, the admission didn't work out well, so I did it again. So that was 2 years.
Okay, so it was the university that brought you to Benin.
Yes, that's.
So not like you had any family, auntie, uncle. There was no relative.
I did. I had my uncle in Benin. I had a few family members in Benin.
So when you got the admission, how did you cope coming here? Because you're already leaving your parents behind, leaving Lagos.
No, I just strictly came from school before.
Okay.
I wanted to run back home. Okay, when we first got admission, there was now I think we had to go home for Noga games then. So it was for like a month plus.
Okay.
So I was very happy to run back home.
Why?
Because I had a music team at home that's
in Lagos.
Yes, in Lagos. So
okay.
We were already working actively before I now got admission, and I had to leave them. So during that Noga Games period, there was a crusade then. So and he said, we had administration, and I was just happy. So I just came back, did everything. So after that, I still came back. There was different strike periods. So if I come back and work with the music team, make sure church is running well. I like church. I don't go hide them.
Obviously.
Obviously. Church. So make sure church is running well. I just like being part of a production set of a proper service, right?
Okay.
Like once I'm in church, once I'm there, the production of service is just good. Sound, the media, the music, everything just runs out well. Let the pastor just preach. And we have a good service.
That's amazing. So how was your school life in uni since you came, aside the time you were running back and all? So how was it like changing environment because you moved from Lagos to Benin. So how was your school, your uni days
Okay, it was kind of mixed because independence, yes, I was free from my parents, and I can walk as much as I like. I can do anything I want.
You can mingle now.
Yeah, I could do everything. But then I missed Lagos because of the life in Lagos is just different. It's different from the one here. So, but I liked it in Benin because it gave me a chance at independence, which was my biggest need as at that time.
Even when you were with your parents, you're craving to do a lot of things.
So there was times I want to go for programs, they'll say no, and I just wanted to just be going to different places. I'm an instrumentalist.
You wanted to be just going everywhere, just be having
exactly. So when I just got here, 2 a.m. I see the waka about.
Are you serious?
They know me.
What were you looking for?
I'm the waka. I took it from my dad. So I just like being everywhere, meeting people, getting exposure. I think that has helped me in my music journey. It helped me in many things because just moving around and all of that. So it really helped me. And it has contributed largely to where I am now, my exposure, my experience, and all of that.
So how active were you in school? What did you study?
Computer science.
Okay, so how active were you in your school?
My school work, in all honesty, I wasn't really active.
Okay, why was that? Because I know your secondary school time.
I really faulted the school system. I faulted it a lot because I believed I had already done a diploma program in Lagos. So I knew what they were teaching me. So I was one of the best students then in the diploma program. One of the best students. So when I came to school and I saw that the things they were teaching didn't look like what was up to date.
Okay.
Right? It was looking like what was taking me back. I was like, okay, let me be learning it. Maybe things will get better. Okay. Then, I saw the parts where we learned math and all of that. It was good, but I didn't really think that was what I was going to come and learn in school. I just felt, okay, once I come, I'm just going to be entering programming straight.
Yes, like what you don't know, you should know it now.
Be firing programming from one language to another and all of that. I now started seeing maths, physics. Okay, I said, okay, let's be going. So we now started seeing more of that, plenty stories. Okay, we now said, let's now do programming language. And I brought Pascal. I said, do they still use Pascal? Then they now brought, which other one again? Is it Pascal, VB? They were just old languages like that. I was going to school, but my mind wasn't really there.
So did you talk to any of your lecturers, or maybe were you close to any of your lecturers?
No, I don't mean to fault anybody, but when I gave up was when. Well, I say you should take this off camera, but when I gave up was when a lecturer told me she couldn't open her email.
Okay.
Yes, so I was like, okay.
What that lecturer? Is it the lecturer that used to teach you?
Actually, yes. So I was like, don't worry, I will just finish and then I will start my own life the way I want it.
Okay, but did that affect you in any way? Like, did that affect your result or anything?
Yes, actually it did. I didn't do so
well. What did you tell your parents?
Well, one thing about my parents, to be very honest, very understanding, especially with the way I live my life. So they have their concerns, but somehow, some way, they just trust me that okay. However, anyway, he will turn out well. So
you graduated. There was no time you took your uni so serious because of, and they did not teach something that you're seeing for the first time. So you left.
For the first time, no, I saw many things for the first time. It's just that it was not important at that point for me. Like they were good knowledge. It was good knowledge, right? It was good knowledge, but I didn't think that. I did not think that was what I was going to come and learn in school. So I just felt that okay, and I heard that some universities actually, they teach with this curriculum, this like with upgraded curriculum and all of that. So their students actually turn out good. Like my partner saw me, he went to a school that he was taught by whites.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yes, it was taught by foreign people. So it was back to back, right? So when I was seeing that people wanting to write projects, you cannot even really do your project. You now start sourcing projects and all of that. I just gave up on the system. So I really don't like, one thing about me, I don't like things that are not realistic, things that don't work. If you're going to tell me anything, if you're going to do anything, it has to be working. Like, I have to see it working. I don't like stories.
Well, so what did you tell the lecturer that could not open her mic?
No, I helped her open it.
Was she surprised? Was she?
No. You know, then tech was also transitioning. The world was transitioning to Androids. Then, so we're having Androids, iOS devices.
Yeah.
You know, Windows 2 was upgrading, so it was kind of difficult. And those were the in things. So there was a time in school, and one thing about me, if I'm in a system,
Yeah.
I like solution-oriented practices. So one day, during the final year week, so me and a couple of guys came together, and we were just like, okay, let's be at the department and people should bring their problems, like their tech problems, maybe like gadgets, software issues, whatever. Just bring it to us. We're ready to solve it for you.
You guys did that in school?
Yes.
And people, they turned up?
People turned up. In fact, I think I got some few change when we did that.
Because I wanted to ask, was it a free
Yes, it was
gathering?
free. It was free. So if you wanted to give, you could give.
So how was it, your lecture? But nobody stopped you guys from
No.
doing...
It was okay. It was just final year week practice, I think. Something like that. So I was just, that was it. I was just very big on practical solutions. I like things being practical.
Okay, that's amazing. So after your school and everything, what other things did you go into? How was your relationship life? Was there a time where you were in a relationship? Did you face any challenge in those aspects with your school, with your personal affairs and all?
Oh, yes. Well, I did relationship in school, in all honesty. I did relationship. I know there are some people that will say, oh, I don't do relationship in school. I did relationship in school. Ups and downs. Nothing to... Ups and downs. Normal relationships, up and downs. But then, I would always say, I don't regret anything that's happened to me in my life, because through those happenings, I have learned experience. I have learned many things that are helping me today in guiding other people. You know, sometimes when I talk about people, and it sounds like I'm a prophet, when I predict how people's relationships go, when I predict how things are going to turn out, and I tell them, they will say, you're just I'll be like, no, it's experience. I've seen all these things before, right? I've been through some, so I can tell you how it's going to go.
Did you see that in yours?
Yes, I saw some things in mine. I saw some in my friends. So, and one thing about me is when I'm in anything, I like to study patterns of people. I like to study human behavior. So, when I see a certain person taking a certain path, I can predict where it's going to end. I can predict, okay, this is it. Unlike people that are not really self-aware and analytical in whatever they are doing, so they're just in it. So, and another thing, if something goes bad, I try to sit down, and do some introspection and like, okay, what went wrong? At what point did things go bad? What caused it? What can I learn from it? So that's it about.
Okay, so at any point, did your relationship affect you?
My schooling.
Aside your schooling, did it affect you like more mentally?
Yeah, so I've seen heartbreak.
Yes.
I don't collect.
Though?
So yeah, I've seen heartbreaks now.
Okay, so how did you survive?
Well, one thing I would like to pride myself in is, by God's grace, I'm strong. I'm a very strong person, emotionally, even though I don't look like it physically, but I'm a very strong person. That's why I can always pick myself up, no matter how terrible things go. I can always pick myself up and still lead. Right? There are people that have been through some things, and it affects esteem. It affects their esteem, affects their resolution to life, their will to want to do anything proper again with life. But one thing about me is I just like Paul was saying in the Bible, I just forget things that are behind. And I'm always looking
Move
forward
forward.
to, because a major rule for my life is that tomorrow is always going to be better.
Exactly. That's good. So after your uni, what did you go into next?
Okay, I had a bit of decision crisis, right? Although I knew that okay, I liked anything tech and all of that, graduated and all of that. But I was like, okay, well, I knew I didn't want to work for anybody.
Okay.
I didn't want a 9 to 5. I was very precise about that. So I knew that the only thing I had was my skill. How do I grow this skill to live the kind of life
That you
I would want? So then, okay, started off with laptop fixing for different people. Was fixing laptop. Okay, later I branded it, fixing people's gadgets, laptop, phones, and all of that. Then in 2016, I met Somi, my partner. So we're just still friends, normal, regular friends. Then I was also doing music, playing for churches, collecting money. Then things were still fairly affordable, and so you could just live a good life with.
Were they paying you well?
Well, it was the in thing for drummers. Then we always just going to the next best paying place.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Then collecting 30K in a church was a big deal. Then it was a big deal. So at a point, one of my mentors, my senior guys, his name is Simoy. He called us. We were playing in church, right? He was paying us like little stipends, and he told us one time. He said, "No, don't think music would give you what you are looking for."
Which church?
Church was a Mission House of Grace.
Okay.
So he said, "Don't think music will give you what you are looking for. Go out, develop your skill." Even Reverend Sars told us, he said, "Don't think church can pay you what you are looking for. Go out, develop your skills." He said, "We want to be hearing of things you are doing outside."
Yeah.
Right. So I also figured that, people that were respected were people that were doing things outside. Then when you come into church, when they know that you really don't really need their money like that, it also brings a level of respect.
Exactly, you're right.
That was it. So I met Somi and all of that. So with time, we're just still doing regular music. With time, we said, okay, let's come together, do something. I'm into this and I'm passionate about this thing. You two are passionate about it. And he had a lot of skills on his belt as a software developer and all of that. I was very much into hardware business, right? And a bit of software too. So we're like, okay, let's come together. The first thing we did was, okay, let's organize an event. It was my thing. Organizing things is me.
Chairman.
So I was like, okay. So we decided to call it Simple Hacks Workshop, where we would teach people basic tech things in simple ways in just one day. So you get a tech skill in one day that can help your life.
Was it a free event?
At the beginning, it cost $10. That's what we charged.
Was it an online?
No, physical event. $10. That's what.
And they paid.
Yes,
the $10.
Yes.
And for people like black people like us, not for white people.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How many persons did you guys gather?
At the first event, we're about 15, 16, thereabouts.
What did you guys use the money and do now?
We chop them now. Not the food first.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
That was it. So when we saw how that event went, we knew that there was a lot more we could do together.
Oh wow.
So we agreed, okay, let's be partners in this thing. That's how we founded DG Hub.
Oh, amazing.
Right.
That's nice.
That's how we founded DG Hub, and we also had the Simple Hacks brand. So we founded DG Hub as a tech education business,
okay,
right, and a software development company, right? So I was CEO, he's CTO, the Chief Technical Officer. So anything that concerns the tech is the one.
So what's the full meaning of the DG Hub? That's the name itself.
Okay, it's supposed to be digital hub.
Okay, digital hub.
So
Okay,
we
okay.
shortened it
To Digi Hub.
Digi
Oh,
Hub.
that's nice. Digital hub. Digi Hub. Okay.
So that was it. So I just handled every other aspect of the overall management.
That's amazing. Okay, so at some point in your life, did you ever work for anybody?
Did I? Yes, I remember. I remember doing my IT. Okay, it was a paid IT.
Okay, so
Well,
they paid IT. Okay.
I just felt, I don't know, I just felt, no, this is not for me. This is not for me because my body will just be doing me to be moving up and down. Right? So I'll just sit down in one place, morning to night, 9 to 5, we're pressing laptop.
Yeah.
Because then I was learning C sharp. I was learning how to code with C sharp. I was learning how to code with VB.net, and a couple of other things. Just learning many things then. So in the office 9 to 5, and then Lagos traffic. I'll leave my house by 5, get to the office by 10:22. Then leave by 5 again in the evening. I'll get home by 10. So I was like, no, this is not for me. And I liked moving. I like business. Right. I like the satisfaction that comes from meeting a client, meeting somebody's need,
Yeah.
and getting value for it. That's my own. Rather than, some people that are doing 9 to 5, it's not like they're really meeting anything. They're just there in the office.
Waiting for monthly pay.
Whether
And
they are
all.
doing something, whether they're not doing anything. Right. So that was it.
So how did you cope with that? Did you stop or you just allow the IT finish before?
I stopped halfway.
Are you serious?
Yes, I stopped halfway. Although, when I even stopped, they said school had resumed, so I was even overdoing it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I was overdoing it then. So, yeah.
So currently now you're not working for anybody. You're doing your thing.
Well, based on well, let's say based on economy. So we are just on retainers here and there, but it's not like it's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job, so you can still be out of the office.
Yeah, I'm just working with different companies and all of that. So it's not like a full-time. So while we have DJ Hub on the side, we just still have this here and there.
Okay,
Different.
that's
sometimes
a
it's a contract based.
Job,
Sometimes you just do some things, just to increase revenue.
Amazing. So how do you cope having your own stuff like Digi Hub? How do you cope with that with these other activities other jobs that comes in?
I think we are that's what we signed up for. So we're already fully aware of that. We are even looking for more. So far the money is coming in.
Like more jobs or more people in your...
No, more jobs.
Okay, more jobs. Okay.
We don't mind. There are people that sit on boards of various companies, right? So why can't we do the same? There are people that are affiliated with different companies. So, some people can work, but even while having their business, they are probably holding a certain position in another company, holding another one in another company, while they are chairman of a certain company, sitting on the board of another company. So that's what we are. That's the part we are towing, and we are even looking for more.
That's amazing. Okay, so tell us about Digi Hub. How far have you guys gone? Like, how many years now have you been running this, or how many months have you been doing it?
Digi Hub was founded officially registered in 2019. So,
okay.
If you calculate it, that's like 7 years. Am I correct? Yes, that should be 7 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yes.
Both of you started in the same time, right?
Yes, we started together.
Okay, so how far have you guys gone? Like the growth of Digi Hub, how far?
Okay, Digi Hub has grown a lot from just being, if you zoom physical location wise, started off in a shop, sharing a shop with a clothing business.
That's where?
At Ball.
Okay.
So then we moved to our own space. Now we have our hub properly. Right, so that's on the physical side, but on the business side, the job has grown in terms of impact. Right, in terms of impact, we've reached, give or take, over. We can't. I'm just putting that roughly over 15,000 persons impacting them with
amazing.
knowledge during COVID alone. During COVID alone, we opened groups.
Okay, to have classes online.
To teach people for free.
Oh wow.
to just help them get skills so that they're not bored at home. Then what was just reading was people dancing on Instagram,
Yeah.
just wasting time online. So we just said, okay, let's help people do something worthwhile while they're at home. So during COVID, we trained many people, graphics design, web design, animation, things like that. So we could not even monitor the reach that we had then, but it was large. So now, even currently, we currently branched out into Ninja Code Paddy, where we train people to. Then, of course, we've had Simple Acts Workshop, a lot of it, right? A lot of Simple Acts. I don't even know. I can't count how many we've had, where people get trained in various skills. We've taught motion graphics, taught graphics design, taught web design, taught content creation. That was the last one we held. We've taught ethical hacking. We've taught different things.
And there's a certificate for them, right?
Yeah, so we certified them. We've taught with the government.
Okay.
We were recruited as trainers for the government. So we can't even monitor how many people we've reached currently. Maybe if we look at the data we've had, if we look through it, we can now.
So is there any branch? Are you guys planning to open, or you guys have a branch where, because of the way you guys have grown, did you guys open branch somewhere here in Benin or another state?
Okay, yeah, we are planning to
expand it.
Yeah, expand it to Lagos,
Okay.
physical location in Lagos, because of demand currently. So my partner has a TikTok content base, right?
Okay.
So the demand based on that is increasing. So we are thinking of moving to a physical location in Lagos while still having this one in Benin.
Yeah, in Benin.
So that's part of the expansion plans.
Wow, that's very good. That's amazing, beautiful. Okay, so is there any challenge you guys faced when starting the job? Like, were there any challenge that affected you guys?
Yes, the Benin City. The Benin City factor.
Why? How was it like?
Okay, Benin City we had to wake people up in terms of being tech inclined, because the ecosystem didn't support it initially.
Okay.
So we did a lot of orientation as far as getting people to be tech inclined, and then pricing here is different because of value. Many people don't see value in these things. So when you're telling them, okay, see the amount it costs, they are like, is it not just to? I remember one of the biggest I will never forget, when a girl said she had 150K and she needed YouTube standard. YouTube standard. So I was like, people here, and when you are telling them, you just look like your eyes is just out there. But that's how it is. That's standard pricing. When we charge a certain way and all of that. So we've also had challenges with delivery. Like, there are sometimes you have a client, you're not able to deliver the way you're supposed to deliver because of challenges with manpower recruiting. You get then sometimes with the stack that we're trying to use as at then. But thank God, technology is improving. So many tools are coming out to make things better. So if we were to, like my partner will say, if we were to do a project now, to be different from how we'll do a project, we have done it then. Because now we know we have better ways to do it now. So then, while we're still growing, we're learning on the job too, trying to improve ourselves and all of that. Made a couple of mistakes, but thank God, that's still.
Okay, so how did you cope with those kind of clients that you're trying to, for the delivery aspect?
Well, we took the fall now.
So that means you guys have experienced losing clients.
Yes.
Oh wow. So how did you feel?
Well, it's a normal thing with business.
Yeah.
It's a normal thing with business. But the thing is, just make sure it doesn't happen again. Right? Make sure it doesn't happen. We are just trying to, and we try to make sure in our good conscience that we reduce those amounts of pitfalls.
Okay, so how do you cope with your personal work, other jobs that comes in, and your music career? Because I know you're still doing your music thing back to back.
and ministry.
Exactly, and ministry. So how do you balance it? Because I feel like it's a whole lot.
Yeah, it's a whole lot actually. I one thing I like to attribute it to is grace. I think it's something I'm just graced for. Like if you try to do it, you might
You're always
collapse.
on the move,
You
back
might
to back.
Yes, I'm always on the move. You might collapse under that weight if you tried to do it. But I just think it's God's grace, right? Because someone asked me, one of the security guards in church asked me recently. He said, "Sir, sorry, I don't want to pry, but please, when do you rest?"
Your work, your ministry, your music, everything put together. How do you combine them? Because I know you're always up and doing. So how do you get to manage your time? How do you observe your rest?
Okay. Um, I think one way I do it, like I would say, it's a grace. It's only God's power I'm using to sustain myself, right? But I think what helps me scheduling, right? During the day, I just say, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this today, and I learn to tell myself this is a tomorrow problem.
Okay.
Do you understand? So, um, when you are doing anything, I saw it in the Bible when Jesus said, sufficiency is a problem for a day. How did he put? How was it said? Sufficiency is a day's problem. That's a problem. A day has its own problem. That's okay for it. Try to break it down. So that's how I basically do it. I know what is today's problem. So sometimes when you meet me with some things, I'm like, okay, this is a tomorrow's problem. When we get to tomorrow, I'll solve this. Then there are some you just simply takes a few minutes to plan and craft it out, knowing that when you get to that day, it's easier. Like sometimes when I want to do rehearsals to make the time better, I would have done my homework. So done all my writings, already done all the arrangements, the sequencing. So when we come together, it's just easy. Okay, you play this, you play this. So we save time. So same thing too with whatever I'm doing. I just know, okay, this is for today. This should be planned today. This is for tomorrow. It's not today. Tomorrow. It's not today. Also, I will plan this. So it's just scheduling it. But then I'm still running on God's strength. Honestly. And I think kind of body frame I have is a little rest just does it for me.
So you've not felt ill for a long time now?
No, I tend to be weak here and there, but say to break down that they're not.
And you not do anything?
No, that was happened in 2023 last. That was 2 years ago.
Okay, that's after the first episode from your school time.
No, that one is different. Of course, after then, I've fallen ill now.
Okay.
But I'm talking of the one where they gave me injections.
And you have to take a proper medication for
that was
it.
2 years ago. But I like to stay hydrated. I like to take fruits. Anybody that knows me knows I'm very big on fruits. In a week, part of my dinner diet is fruits.
Okay. Yes, very, very important. Okay, so and you're still active in church, yeah?
Yes, very active in church. Okay, church leadership is a whole different ball game, because in church I'm the band leader. I'm also actively involved in outreach here and there. I'm also involved in the planning of our monthly CYF program called Herd Meeting.
Okay.
Right, so it takes a lot. It takes a lot to marry all of this, and then including all the different works you have to do, talking to people personally, probably counseling, helping, being there for people, checking up on people. Like I said, it's just God's grace. Like Paul would say, I'm what I am by the grace of God.
And you're already used to it, because growing up you mentioned
Yes, I'm used to
the
it.
part where you have to always lead or be head in something.
Practice makes things easier. Consistency makes things easier too. And two, I also look at people like my bishop and like, if he can be that busy and he has time for all the things he has time for, how many things I do?
You're right. Yeah. So in your music career, how far have you gone? What has been your greatest achievement? Because I know you've taken your tech work so seriously, and it has grown to an extent where you're running your own company, and it's also growing where you also have a partner. So in your music career, how far have you gone? What are your achievements? What are the challenges that has affected you, that has helped you and all?
Okay, music career, I think I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I think I've grown. Why? Because a major measure of growth is impact. Right.
Okay.
So I believe I've impacted a whole lot of musicians. I've worked with many artists, arranged their songs. My major in music is arrangement. So I've arranged for people, just bring your music, we put it all together, get you a band, just make your music look good. So I've done it for artists, done it for people, done it for churches, done it for concerts, live recordings. So yeah, I think we are pushing. I'm just trying to diversify, get more external gigs, you know, get better, higher paying clients, right? That's the
Okay.
thing. But a major challenge has been um, having to carve a niche, having to carve a niche for myself, and know that okay, this is your sound, this is your niche. Also, people going and coming and having to change bands, having to find people that can interpret what you have in your head and deliver it the way you want it delivered. I like excellence in music. I like precision. If you are going to work with me, you cannot be a mediocre and work with me. There's a level of precision and excellence I like when I'm working. So having to find people like that could be a challenge, especially with migration issues. Everybody wants to
Yeah.
japa, everybody wants to move to Lagos, Abuja, and all of that. But then God keeps blessing me with amazing people, right? Amazing band guys, amazing people. So yeah.
So have you been able to explore your music career outside Benin? For example, maybe you have a job that will take you outside Benin to go and do your music stuff, then you come back, or it has just been within the state?
Okay. I could have easily done that. I've had
Okay.
opportunities to do that, but one thing I've also learned in life is what's priority for me, right? Fine, music is good, tech work is good, but priority for me has always been my church, right? I would not have another thing as my excuse for missing church. I'd rather use church as my excuse for missing other things,
Okay.
right? Because of the kind of commitment and example that I want to be, right? So I get opportunities here and there. Oh, come here, but sometimes I just think, okay, does it affect Sunday services? Does it affect my services? Does it affect my work in church? So sometimes you just teach you on some, right? And take up because, like I said before, it's easier to let go of some things when you have some things. Like I have my tech work, right? It's there. We have all that, and it doesn't really affect my ministry work. So music and my first, in as much as always professional for me and all
Yeah.
of that, my first place of assignment for my music is my church.
Okay.
So I can't allow my church music suffer because I want to be going out.
Everywhere, yeah.
And many times music gigs are weekends.
Yes, that's where the gig comes
Exactly.
out
And my
a lot.
weekends are dedicated unto the Lord.
That's good to know. So moving forward, what's your plan? Like your future plans? What do you want to do? The things that you want to achieve, maybe in the space of 3 to 4 or 5 years. So moving forward, what's your plan?
According to fast, I just want to be Shama. I just want to be Shama.
Because I know that you mentioned the
Okay.
things that you really love doing, but in all of this, I didn't hear any part of maybe settling down or having someone in your life, and also that's I said, well, what's your plan
They
moving
want drag
forward?
me. Oh, they
Yeah.
want drag me. Oh.
No, there is
All
no.
right.
So yeah.
Okay. When it comes to marriage and things like I've said it now.
No, you've not. You only told me about your past relationship that some went sour and you have to move on from
They
it.
all went sour
Yeah,
because
no,
no one is existing.
that's like there must be a position whereby you now tell yourself that okay, moving forward, I think I would want to settle. Yes,
Okay, sure. It's part of the plan, of course.
because I know
There
you're taking
go.
all of your activities so seriously, but you've not
No.
added
It's
relationship to
it's there.
it.
It's part of the plan. It's just that many times when you are self-aware, when you are aware of where you are going to, when you are aware of what you are going to do, you are just very careful in how you pick people to journey or to journey that path with you. Okay, so yeah, it's in the plan. Of course, I want to get married and all of that, but you know, it's just a certain carefulness I have had to apply.
Okay.
Yeah, all this time, and I trust God that yeah, everything will play out properly. So I just left that part to God, right? Make it handle. Yeah.
So I should be expecting a Shrebi Abi very soon.
Very soon now you buy a Shrebi, you buy a Shrebi, you drop money.
No, I'll collect free. My own is special.
So, but then as far all the plans for other things, just grow what you have.
Okay.
Grow what you have, expand it. You know, I'm very big on numbers, right? There's a saying that God likes numbers so much. I named the book after it.
Okay, that's
You understand?
amazing.
So just grow what you have, gather the numbers, reach more people. Right? The more people, I've already said, I said it before, growth is an impact.
Yeah.
So I can reach 10,000 people today, reach 100,000 people. I'm growing. Right?
So
Because
currently now, do you like where you do you love what you do, where you are? Are there things that you want to change or that you feel like you should work on to progress, stuff like that?
well, yeah, definitely. If anybody's being honest with himself, you should know that there are things to work on, there are things to grow, there are habits to change, there are habits to improve on. Right? Like personally for me, I say personally for me, personally learning
Okay.
never stops. Learning never stops. I want to improve at all the things I do. Right? Do them better. You know, it's one of the greatest concerns for me would be even in ministry, learning scriptures, learning
Yeah.
my music work would be being behind when the world has left you. Right. That's why I'm always trying to upgrade knowledge in
Yeah,
everything I'm
very
doing. I'm always just trying
important.
to be up to date, so that the world won't leave you behind.
Okay, amazing. So I want to ask, is there anything you've done in your life that you regret and you wish you've done better, or you did not do it at all?
Well, yeah, there are many things I wish I've done better. Many things. There are many things
Like
that
what
sometimes.
and what? Can I mention like two?
Uh, there are ways, I can't really precisely point at anyone because I don't want to really dwell on things that have passed.
Okay.
Right? Okay, I think one of the things could be how I handled relationships in the past. Right? I think there are some I could have handled better, if I were to be honest. Relationships with people, businesses too. Right? There are
Some of them, how did you handle them?
Okay, then I didn't, yeah, then now, but in our younger years, you are more emotionally driven than logically driven. So now, as we are getting older, we are now learning to calm down. And then, okay, I think I'll point maybe a few. Like then, when we're Facebook warriors,
Okay.
right? To go on Facebook dragging men of God.
You're part of those people.
Yes, I did it. I did that a lot. I was a champion. So, but the thing is, fine. What we're saying, it's not like it was wrong, or it's not like we're trying to pass a good point, had a good cause, but we're just doing it the wrong way.
What did you drag them about?
No, when you start knowing small things about grace, and you just feel every other person,
Okay.
right? They don't know what they are doing and all of that. So, fine. In as much as we're probably saying what was correct, but it was not being done the right way. So there is a how for doing things. There's a right way, and there's a saying that I work with. The best way to do anything is to do it the better way. So if you are doing something, always think, is there a better way to do it? So if there's a better way, take it.
So how did you feel after doing all of that?
Well, you repent now.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to even know if at some point there were some you reached out to that you apologized or something. Was there room to do?
Did we? No, not really. Not really. We didn't. We just learned and just.
Okay, so for the relationship aspects, what were those things that you didn't do?
Okay,
right?
handling relationships. Yeah, there are sometimes conflicts. One of the things we are not usually aware about, especially as young people, is handling conflicts in relationship. We are all about, when it's all just good, when it's all nice. Then when conflict happens, we just start running at it, and everybody, and the next thing we're looking at is the door. So I think managing conflict is what many people, whether single, when I mean single, people that are unmarried, single couples or married couples. So I think that's what many times they don't really know how to do. And that's one thing that has not been a core for me in my relationships. Okay, how fine, I know that this relationship is cool and all of that, but when things go bad, how am I going to handle it? Right. So that has been a core, and it has formed how I've handled my relationships from there. Like, look at how me and my partner, we've been close for years. It's not just my partner, it's also my closest friend. Right. So, and as much as we can have disagreements here, but there are no times where you just really see us
have
just
issues that will just keep you guys in the dark.
So we've had a great deal of conflict management, right, and all of that, or conflicting opinions, managing conflicting opinions and conflicting views. So the same thing too. It's just that many times we don't really know how to apply it in other relationships. Where, okay, if things are going a certain way, how do you handle it? Sometimes you might not be the one at fault. Sometimes it might be the other person. Sometimes you might be the one at fault. But there's a way to handle it. Bring out the best and put your eyes on the sole aim why two of you are.
Okay, so you feel like those are one of the things that affected your relationship, not having the conflict management.
No, apart from just conflict management, purpose-driven relationships. So many times when you meet, why are you? What's our eyes on? Like I said before, the major in relationship should always be priority. What's more important? So that's why when some couples have issues, I'm just citing a very rough example. A woman hears that her husband cheats, right? And in her head, what's more important to me? I'm just citing an example. I'm not saying it's an ideal case. So it's like, what's more important to me? My home or myself, right? So that sometimes you now see such women even just kill those cases just to protect the home.
Yeah.
Right? So they can do their fight with their husband inside. But outside, you don't see them also dragging their husband. They won't make their husband's public spectacles. They will just know how to handle it. Sometimes they can even go as far as paying the girl off. Say, just stay away from my home. I'm just citing a very rough example. Why? Because the priority for her at that time is the home.
The home, yeah.
So that's the thing. So in relationships, so what is priority? Is it me, or is there something two of us are looking at? What's more important? Is it me or the relationship? So it's that sense of purpose and priority that helps us know how to handle things. And it has helped me a lot. When I'm in places, I'm like, okay, what's more important for me? Is it? And I even learned that God too is like that. God is pro-relationship than pro-principle. Right. Okay. So what's first important to him is relationship with you. So sometimes the principle, he might even have to adjust the principle because of you, sins. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
Because if it was pro-principle, you would not even die for your sins, because he saw that sin must die.
Exactly.
Right. So but he would bypass that principle and find a way around it to still save you because of the relationship that he has.
Yeah. That's amazing. Right. Thank you very much, Good News Egwabs, for sharing your experience from your childhood, unit days, and now. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting people know things that they can adjust to in their life. Like, one of these things I've learned is this conflict management, especially when it comes to relationship, not just with someone you're in relationship with, friends, business partners, like that. So it's an amazing time with Good News. I'm very glad to have you on My Story with Kachi. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your experience. And I hope my viewers has learned from you and everything you said. Thank you very much. And I love you guys. See you.
pleasure.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Redeem Africa is very, very important.
Yeah, subscribe.
Yes, subscribe. Follow us. Click that button. Yes, and follow us. Thank you very much and see you next time.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you.